to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from BizChicks, and we just want to welcome you to the show today because today we're going to be talking tech in easy to understand terms. We hope to be joined shortly by Miss Terry Johnson online everywhere from New York City. And if we have a great day, we'll also be joined by Dr. Tachi all the way from Florida with Indie Soup Media. So let's get this party started. What you got for us today, Fran?
Okay, so this week in tech history, June 20th, 1950, SEAC goes live. The U.S. National Bureau of Standards dedicated the SEAC, Standards Eastern Automatic Computer, one of the earliest stored program electronic computers used for component testing in Washington, D.C. It went live on June 20th, 1950. June 19th, 1976, Viking 1 enters Mars orbit. NASA's Viking 1 spacecraft entered orbit around Mars. It later became the first U.S. mission to land and send data from the Martian surface, operating nearly 6.5 years until overtaken by Opportunity in 2010. Okay. June 20th, 2014, smartphone kill switch legislated. Microsoft and Google supported California Bill SB 967, ushering in a smartphone kill switch. By July 1st, 2015, phones were required to include a feature disabling the device if it was stolen, alongside fines of $500 to $2,500 for resellers. So if you could just switch the phone off remotely if the phone was ever stolen. And then if somebody tried to sell the stolen phone, there was a $500 to $2,500 fine.
Oh, okay.
June 24th, 1993, and 2000s. In 1993, rock band Severe Tire Damage held their first internet live concert over Melbourne, reaching audiences worldwide, including Australia. First internet concert. Wow. In 2000, President Clinton became the first U.S. president to deliver a weekly internet radio address, launching firstgov.gov, and heralding a shift in digital civic engagement. Now, that piece of news I did not know. I really did not know that. Okay. June 15th, 1911, incorporation of the Computing Tabulating Recording Company, CTR, which would later become IBM. June 18th, 1979, Microsoft released BASIC for the Intel 8086, paving the way for QS-DOS and eventually MS-DOS. June 17, 1997, data encryption standard DES was cracked by an internet-based coalition signaling the end of weak encryption. Okay. Okay, so here's some tech that's making history.
Okay.
Android 16 is now officially rolling out for Pixel devices, bringing real-time notifications, support for LE audio with hearing aids, enhanced security, and desktop style multitasking on foldables and tablets. So there are several phone companies who have phones that fold,
Mm-hmm.
not like the clamshell that we have with the StarTAC. You know, these actually fold.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. What about the foldables?
Well, this Android 16 is rolling out for that, um, with desktop style multitasking on the foldables and the tablets so that you can multitask on the different devices.
Does that mean when you say multitask, does that mean that like with Apple, you can work across different devices and see your stuff? Do they talk to each other? You know what I mean?
It's desktop style multitasking.
Oh, okay.
So I
Um,
guess that you can have several windows open.
exactly. Split screen, that kind of thing.
Yes. I'm not an Android person, so
Um,
this is I'm learning just like you are. Samsung has teased the Galaxy Z Fold 7,
mhm.
touting AI powered adaptive cameras, while the leaks have surfaced showing the Galaxy's Watch 8's Squircle case and two model variants. The Squircle is a square circle for their watch face. It's kind of
I have no idea what a squircle is.
square circle, a squared circle. Okay.
Uh,
Um,
okay. is, is it a circle in a square or a square in a
No
circle?
circle, whatever they decided it was, it's a squircle.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you can pronounce it.
Major outages this week disrupted services globally. ChatGPT experienced a 12-hour interruption, and outages hit Gmail, Google Search, Cloud, Spotify, and
Mm.
downstreams apps like Snapchat and Discord. Interesting.
You
One,
know what's really interesting is once we become so dependent on these things, will the next generation be able to figure out basic stuff when stuff goes down? When they when the internet's not accessible or chat GTP or AI is not there to give the answer. Do we know
right.
where to go, what to go, or how to go there?
I'm just saying.
Hmm.
One UI 8 Beta 2 was launched by Galaxy S25, expanding to India and Poland, featuring bug fixes and the June 2025 security patch. So that was uh, your week. Looks like that is all I have for your week in tech history. Yeah, Android 16 finally arrives. So to sum it all up, Android 16 and Samsung Fold watch developments point to a rapidly evolving mobile foldable era. Resilience matters. Recent outages underscore the fragility of globally distributed digital services. From SEAT to smartphone kill switches this week threads a path from early computing through planetary exploration to provocative user security features. Landmark events like live stream concerts and presidential webcasts highlighted the 1900s, the 1990s, and the 2000s shift toward digital connectivity. That is your week in tech history and tech making history.
Oh my goodness, I think this is very interesting that we have all these things going on in space and different places.
Hmm.
Um, I have one article that I really wanted to share with you, and it's let me open this up. Let's see. It's all about, you know, I was looking for tech news centering around agriculture, what's going on with in that world because we've got so much going on with the workforce, etc. And one of the things that came up was it was talking about growing plants in outer space.
Mm.
Yes, and the fact that we're learning how to grow plants in different spaces. And in China, they have them in these rotating trays to start seedlings so that the seedlings get just enough light and just enough nutrition that they actually propagate at 50% of the normal processing time. So they're growing things quicker. Then they can take them and transplant them into fields. And they're doing this with rice in particular and with tea. And so this got me to thinking, well, what else is going on? And I came across this video. So let me see if I can. Hi, how you doing? If I can share this my screen, and yeah, okay. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get
to astronauts, and
this.
now it seems gardeners as
It
well.
seems like it's a
The
little
Italian
blurry.
crew
Is it
member
blurry to
Paolo
y'all?
Nespoli has just finished an experiment to grow plants in this tiny greenhouse.
Okay.
It got better. I don't know what you did, but
Okay, here we go.
The International Space Station, home to astronauts, and now it seems gardeners as well. The Italian crew member Paolo Nespoli has just finished an experiment to grow plants in this tiny greenhouse, and it worked.
Out of 14 little places, two of them germinated, and actually we have two little plants that are growing beautifully.
The experiment is based here at Secca Aerospace near Rome. Marcia Piroli leads a team refining the exact quantities of moisture, light and soil for the two reasons why plants in space will be vital to future long missions.
The first reason is for the food. Astronauts need to have fresh food, fresh nutrient. The second reason is for the psychological aspect. So study and research say that the astronaut could feel better if they can see something of green, like for instance a plant.
And this is what the team are working on for the future, a giant pod-like greenhouse for space. The aim is to take it to the moon to grow plants on an almost industrial scale.
And this is a full-scale mock-up of it at the University of Arizona. The plants in each of these pods would give one astronaut half their daily calories, all of their drinking water, and all their oxygen.
The goal is to sustain one person indefinitely by recycling the nutrients, the water, and providing energy, say from the sun, to grow the plants, to make the oxygen, to make the fresh water, and life goes on and on and on.
This experiment in space has important lessons for growing plants in semi-arid areas on Earth. But for now, it's a cutting-edge ecosystem for the exploration of our solar system. Duncan Kennedy, BBC News in Rome.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So just a constant, replenishing cycle so that to sustain people once they are actually living in space, that may be posted at space stations or maybe pioneers who are there to, I don't know, discover the moon. It's like they discovered America.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is having the things grow that way from sprouting up and being able to do that. That's it, and doing it in space, I think,
In
was
space.
is
Yes.
the thing that they could do those type of things in space. Is they've gone through a lot of
Experimenting
and getting it right and all of that, because when you see the little green bud come up and you had it in the environment that you were in, that it's not its natural environment.
not.
Okay.
And so this is a big deal.
It is a big deal. And it kind of reminds me of the people with the Tower of Babel. It's like, do we need to be all up in the
Okay. I didn't say
because it's not our bodies were not fit.
not our natural habitat.
That's not our natural habitat. I know that we can get in the ocean with snorkels and all that stuff and go down into the ocean, but we're not staying down there. We do come back up, right?
Right.
We're not just down there, but the trips to space pretty much are one way.
Right.
And nobody
Well,
knows.
that is I get the impression that that's the objective.
Exactly. But the point is, space right now is a one-way ticket. And then you have to do so much to prepare your body to be in that environment. Now, I'm glad they got food in there for you to eat. And this reminds me of a movie that Ryan Reynolds was in 2017 called Life.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't cute.
I just think about, how we had those folks up there, supposed to be up there for what? A couple of days.
Oh, yeah, they were at the space station.
9 months. Or what?
And yes.
They were
and
supposed to be there like 2 days or something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And they were there for a lot longer than 2 days.
And they had anticipated they probably would be happy to see something growing. Okay.
Yes, and in that regard, because that's at the space station, like right not too far from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about people going to Mars, and I'm like, what are y'all?
Serious distances. And
Yeah.
this particular experiment is being conducted by the Italians, but as you can see, we've been working on this at the University of Arizona. I don't know if they're still working on it because I don't know if their grant is still in effect, but hey, I'm just saying.
I think we need to get Earth straight before we
Yeah.
start taking on the planets. Get and you know what I mean? It's almost like somebody would say,
charity starts at home.
Yeah, something like that. Or if you want something else, take care of what you got first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clean up your car before you start trying to buy a new one, or fix up your house before you trying to go somewhere. Okay. That's just, but it's good for science in that they can do it, because that means they can do some things here on the planet with an environment that is not so conducive, like in a desert.
And that's what they were talking about in arid areas. Yes.
You will be able to grow things, and I think that it's commendable that they've done it, and the science is there for it. I just think we could be doing something else. Okay, Terry, what else you got? Terry?
That's it for me.
Okay, before we dive into the social media, the tech making history and tech history, I've been playing. Now, this is a side note because we don't always do this, but I've been playing with some new tech.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, okay.
I purchased Starlink. I was having internet issues.
Right.
So I said, let me just find out what this is all about. So the kit, the Starlink kit, which I bought it at Best Buy, I was able to get the kit. Kit was $349. I'm going to see if I can show you.
I'll see if I can find a picture.
Okay. And if you go to starlink.com, you can see it. So I got the kit. And it was very easy to set up. Everything runs from the app.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the app, and then you had to find out where your obstructions are, because it needs a clear sky. Other internet providers or satellite people needed southwest sky or a particular place, but this was and that's the mini one.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
mini one. Stop right there. That's the one I have.
Okay.
Okay.
Plug it in, point it at the sky. They are literally exactly that easy. I
So
plugged it in.
this is indoors, right, or outdoors?
It's outdoors. That's a satellite for outdoors. And
Okay.
the little box goes inside the house. That's the router. So,
Okay.
and I think there's some more pics or something down there, Terry, somewhere on there. So I got it up. I put it right now. It's sitting on my table in the backyard because I haven't mounted it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally sitting on my table. You probably need to go to a different page or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you go to the main page, it's a bunch of stars or something. But anyway, I'm using it right now. This is the internet that I'm using right now, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It cost me less money than the plan that I have right now. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing: it has a 99.9% up rate.
Uptime. Yeah.
And I don't have to be concerned with if somebody runs into the power station or the tower or something and your internet goes, because it's on the satellite.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I had satellite before with another company, but it was atrocious. I was like, this is not working. So I've had this for 3 days now, and it is working really, really well. I run a lot of stuff. We have 2 TVs. I have 2 computers.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's computer, all our phones, our doorbell system, the fan that controls. I have a fan. All of those devices are on this system, and I'm like, if you can pull this, I'm gonna be okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That sounds
impressive.
Yeah. I know people politically don't like other people. I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't like the owner or the person that that person.
Look, do I want internet that works?
Yes.
And he doesn't technically own it. Okay, fine. I don't care. The team that is on that built it, they know what they're doing. Because you understand what I'm saying?
I know it's like it's not a Tesla, like in the sense of the thing that's going around Tesla, because there's so many cars. So everybody's like, if you buy a Tesla, they're writing graffiti and they're damaging it. This is different because it's internet service, which is more rare for people, especially people in areas like Alaska and other places where they have, or rural areas where they only have one choice, and it's not a great choice. So here comes Starlink, which is a better choice. So that's a different kind of animal to me, how I see it versus the Tesla thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As far as the person that owns it, like they're so angry. So, but I'm like, there's lots of cars. There's not a lot of internet service providers for rural, especially for rural areas. So again, even for urban areas, it would be a choice to be like, okay, here's another player who might give a better service, and we're not going to pay attention to the person's name that's on whatever.
Right. This picture right here, Terry. Mm-hmm. This is the one. This is what I have right now, and it's sitting in my backyard just like that. It is on the table. I don't even have it up on the pole yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can take it with you. They have one that you can. It's a mini, and you can take.
Yeah, we saw right there. The guy that looks like he's camping.
Yes, and I was like, this is genius.
In the mountains, and there's no cell service there, and you need cell service there because something could happen.
Right, and so you have satellite. Now, we have satellite on our phones if you have, I believe, Apple 15 and 16, right?
Yes.
You get satellite on the phone that if you need help, you just need to push a button, it'll flip over the satellite signal.
Right. It's like what was the car that had the blue star? Was it Blue Star or something? You push the button, or you had an accident and automatically called the
Yes,
police and all
OnStar.
kinds of stuff.
OnStar.
OnStar, that's it.
Right. It has satellite. And
Mhm.
that's back in the day when the satellite wasn't as good as it is now. Remember
Right.
the day where the satellite was this big dish that was in the
Yeah, huge,
backyard?
humongous. Yeah.
So we've gone from that to this picture right here. You can push that play button, Terry.
Right down here?
No, on top
Oh,
of
on the image. Yeah, there's a
there
button
you
there.
go.
Now that you've ordered your Starlink, download the app to learn more on how to set it up and optimize its connection. Before your kid arrives, use the obstructions tool in the app to find an ideal location for your Starlink.
And so
You will need a clear view of the sky to stay connected to the satellite network. Once your kid arrives, it will have everything you need to connect to the internet. Open the kickstand on the back of the Starlink and insert the provided cable. Next, insert the other end of the Starlink cable and the power supply
That
cable
looks
into the
really
router.
easy.
it
When
is.
ready, plug the power supply into a standard wall
It's
outlet.
just plug. One
Using the app,
plug here, one
follow the
plug
prompts to
there.
perform an initial setup of your Starlink. Once it's found a satellite connection, it will automatically determine its alignment and notify you through the app if it's misaligned. If a manual alignment is needed, follow the directions in the app to optimize your connection. Once you've set up your Starlink, we recommend using the app to configure your router. After setup is complete, you are ready to connect to the internet. For best performance, be sure to permanently install your Starlink. To learn more about your Starlink or to contact our support
Oh,
team,
they put it on
visit
on top of the roof?
support.starlink.com.
Yeah. So you if you're at home,
Right.
yeah, you probably should attach it to the house.
Yeah,
But-
they had at the end. They had it on the corner of the roof.
Right. And so I'm going to put mine up on the roof at the back of the house because and then I still have to you still going to need to run the cable into the house so that the router is inside the house because right now everything's on the patio table.
Right.
And I was like, okay, this is good.
Well, there are going to be people that Starlink, blah blah blah, and that's cool. That's good. You don't have to buy this.
You don't, and you can. But if you need something, and this, I'm serious. My people out in the sticks.
Yeah, in the rural, yeah, because I know that Alaska has a issue with internet, so this would be the solution.
Right. So, and it does work. And then I guess you just have to be, I guess you just have to be open to, like the technology works. If you may not like the people who own it or run it, I do believe it's publicly traded, so not one person owns it, but I just need.
Listen, there'll be, if we're talking there'll be a point where we won't be in this. So Starlink will be Starlink. If it gets rid of a person or whatever, it's still a business that will be viable because it's providing a service that's necessary. Now, there are a lot of products that I don't like the owner. There's a lot of people that don't like Steve Jobs. We were talking something I was watching the other day. Steve Jobs was a horrible person.
But we all like, but the people, he didn't create the stuff. He wasn't the one down there.
He was he had a vision and a drive, and I think he knew he didn't have a lot of time to do it, so it wasn't a lot of space for. I need A-level people, and if you're not A-level, you gotta go. He wasn't nice about it. So, but the thing is, people are like, well, look at the devices we have now, and you wouldn't buy it because, well, Steve Jobs was a horrible person. I'm not buying that Apple phone. Okay, but there's lots of people that are doing it. So,
yes, and so that's the same way I feel about this. And as for, I saw something. Let me see if I can pull this picture up because I took this picture the other day. It might be funny for y'all, but it was, I was driving and I was like, what is this? I don't know if I have it. So I might have to pull it up a little later after TJ does her thing. but I was driving and I snapped a picture. I don't know if y'all can continue.
I mean, there's just a lot of things in this world that were made by people that weren't great, but you're using them. And if you stop using things, you're going to be inconvenienced. So a lot of these products are for convenience. And if Starlink's not your thing, it's not your thing. Move along to the thing that is your thing. You know?
Because there was some people are doing without.
Now, if we talking about that gold phone that's $50, I don't want that piece of junk. Some phone that he's selling as a piece of junk and it's a gold phone, and I'm like, no.
Whose gold phone is this? Never mind.
This is the man in the White House. You haven't heard about Trump phone, Trump mobile phone, Trump mobile.
The gold phone.
It's a gold phone. The service is like $47 a month, and it's a piece of junk. They're already saying that it's a piece. The phone's a piece of junk, and it's something China. The whole rigmarole. And I'm like, listen.
Oh, you mean it's not made in the USA?
No, why would it be?
Because
what would it be?
Okay, we don't even want to go down that. We're not going down that rabbit hole. Okay, I'm sorry. I take it back.
This man, he's what you call it? He's a do as I say, not as I do, or whatever that said. Yeah, he got some kind of gold phone. I think his son Eric is like the face of it or whatever.
Okay,
I'll pull it.
Okay, so basically, I tried to snap this picture. This guy, he said, I bought my Tesla before Elon Musk, and it's on the back of his car, in a decal on the back of his car.
Okay.
I was like, okay, if you got to do all that, just people are really strange. You know what I mean? They're,
it just is what it is.
I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna try and pull it up because I do have it. But I was like, dude,
I will share my screen.
So I have the picture here, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Trump.
Oh no, I don't know about Trump's gold phone. I don't care about Trump's gold phone.
Yeah, I don't. It's on. It was on the news, so that's how I know.
So there it is.
Trump Mobile is called.
What? Okay, just because. Never mind. Okay, can you see this? Dude. Okay, you see the guy's car? Let me see if I can move in.
Okay.
He says, "I bought this before Elon went crazy." And he put it on his car. Because
people with Teslas they're getting attacked. They're getting attacked. People are vandalizing the cars, everything.
And I thought that was funny. I was like,
and it's a good message, because it makes people think before they, act.
Come on now, we're just not just doing stuff, but
okay.
Anyway, that was. It was.
I put a link in the chat for anybody wants the story about the mobile phone. They've talked about. I think the news came out the 16th. What's today? The 20th? About 5 days ago.
Whatever. It's it. Phones. Lord.
There is some stuff. No. Now, I don't even think I'd buy it if there were no cell phones, but okay. Because here's the thing, the quality is not good, right? If you know what I'm saying. And how much was it? It cost
$4.99 from what I pulled up.
That's the monthly. How much is it to buy the phone?
I thought it was $499.
I think the phone is $5. Let me see. There's a picture. That's the picture of it.
Announces mobile phone company. Okay.
Yeah, his son. I think his son Eric and Donald Jr. It's for pre-order.
The
Okay, we got some comments here. Oh, these are all of the links. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
TJ,
$4.99.
oh,
It's
it's
$4.99.
$4.99. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay. See, now here's the thing.
Mhm.
With the cell phones we have now, do you trust a $4.99 phone? Because the Samsung is going to cost you nearly $1,200. Apple phones are going to cost you upwards of $1,000. So, what are you not getting in the $4.99 phone?
I don't want that piece of junk. It's going to be a piece of junk. It's being made in China.
The
Mhm.
which
What happened to the made in America?
what
Rah,
happened
rah.
to we are punishing companies that are not making their phones in America. Remember that 25% tariff on Apple because they wouldn't move their stuff here tomorrow? Okay.
Well, see, here's the trick where it will say made in America, because this is the trick that came out a few months ago. They were saying about the designer bags and things are made in China. They ship them, say, to Italy. Some designer, I don't know the name, in Italy, they put their tag, their designer tag on it, and it is made in Italy because they put the designer tag on it. So they could do that with this phone. It could be made in China, shipped to America, and they put the top on it and say made in America.
Oh, as far
they
as
can do
long as
that.
it's finished here.
Well, yeah,
Okay, but
it's finished in America, but they're going to say it's made in America, just like with the bags.
Okay, because see, it on Apple devices it says it was designed in California, whatever, and but it tells you that it was assembled where it was assembled
in China. Yes, assembled in, yeah, it says that. So, but they can there's some kind of law or something. I forgot what it was, but it came out when all the bag designer bags,
I remember
people were like, oh,
story.
you could buy this $1,000 bag in China for like $50 or something, because it's the same bag. They finish it and they ship it to the designer. The designer finishes it with the tag and says made in Italy, but it wasn't made in Italy.
So people just lying, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, but it's some kind of legal loophole where they can do that. So
they lied.
Not shocking. So this little phone, he doesn't care. It's all a grift to get the money. So if you want to buy the Trump T1 gold phone, be my guest. I don't care.
I think he really believes that there's going to be the people who follow him to buy that, and
they will, because that's their, they don't have the brain cells in their head. So yeah, I don't really care. If you want to spend your hard money on this phone, go right ahead, people. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We're gonna spend our money on the iPhone and the Samsung, and we're gonna stick with this. So here we go with the people that are like, oh well, the children in China are making it. Well, I remember a few years ago there was children in whatever country making clothes, and Kathy, somebody got in trouble because they were like, oh, the clothes are made by these slave children in Bangladesh or something. I'm like, but you still buying them.
And let me ask you this. Did you stop eating chicken because we found out that minors were working in the chicken plants? No.
Yeah, children work in the plant. Did you stop?
Here in America. You know what I'm saying? They found out they were, they
won't. Because it's the same thing. Like we're going to talk about TikTok today. It's the same thing. They don't care about, well, China's spying or children are making things, or is it cheap and is it doing what I want to do? I don't care about the human rights violations. They don't
tell me what's in my
don't tell me what's in the sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as it's cheap. Now, if it was expensive, they would be all up in arms because, oh, it's expensive and but that's how people are. So enjoy this gold phone that's going to be it is a piece of junk. So
yeah. Alrighty then.
Okay. TJ,
what you got?
All right. So jumping from the gold phone to social media updates. All right, so let's get into these social media updates for this week. Let me bring up my notes. We are going to let's always start with Snapchat. Now this story came out last week, but we need to talk about it.
Okay.
So Snapchat has an $8.99 monthly add-on offer called Lens Plus. It's a new premium subscription tier that gives Snapchat users access to hundreds of exclusive AR and AI powered lenses. So remember, they have the original Snapchat Plus, which is $3.99 a month, which is where you get to dress your Bitmoji and you get to change the color of the crazy little things that the kids love. And I'm like, I don't want that. So they have the $3.99. And then they had a platinum tier that they offered, which is $14.99. So now they have a middle ground level tier subscription for $8.99 a month. This is all Snapchat Plus. Okay. So you get a rotating set of AR lenses updated weekly and an early look at generative AI and Bitmoji lenses, which are not available to non-subscribers. So they are going to add that, and then that's it's to get more subscribers. Now I believe they have 15 million subscribers to Snapchat Plus already. So this is going to they're looking to increase it. And they said Lens Plus is currently available in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. More countries to follow. So now remember, the Snapchat Plus or Snapchat's core users are 13 to 20, 25, 27, something like that. So this is the things that they love, and all the virtual stuff. Lenses, Bitmojis, avatars, changing, dressing. I call it the paper dolls. When I was a kid, it was like paper dolls. You bought a book and ripped the little, you had the doll and you had the little outfits. And
really, $4 a month for paper dolls, that's not much.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, with the Snapchat thing, why people are like, well, why are they getting subscribers? Why are they increasing it? Because they saw with the initial Snapchat Plus, the $3.99, that it took off. That
it's a fun thing.
It's a fun thing. And there's the other argument of, how do these Gen Alphas and Gen Zs get money? They get money. Or your grandparents or your parents pay for it. They have money. Exactly. They're not working a job. Doesn't mean they have money. Because remember, now we've got a lot of influencers. So they don't have to work. They do influencer stuff and they get money. Take your pick. It's a mix of all that. But there's the argument that these kids don't have money. Like an 8-year-old doesn't have money.
Okay, so I'm going to interject something right here. The people that came into Snapchat, how long have they been out? 20, whatever they came out at. They have aged up into their 30s and 40s.
Might be 2011 for Snapchat. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so now they've aged up, right? They aged up. They didn't put down Snapchat. They haven't put it down. They're probably introducing their kids to it. And so they are going to use those things. So the target audience may be people who are already been using it and now are moving to a different level, and they're still using it, and they're still
and it's a fun way to communicate with your children now. Because you're sending little funny lenses, and the kid will
and remember, they've got little things that disappear after 24 hours. That's where Instagram stole stories from. But hey, it is what it is. Snapchat was September 2011,
and I believe they stole that from Secret Santa. Y'all don't even know what that is.
Everybody has borrowed.
It was a little toy that my kids had, and you could send a message about from one room to another. It was a text message.
Yes.
And then it disappeared. Same thing.
Yeah. So So
Yeah,
the
so
Snapchatters are not necessarily ending in the 20s. Because the original Snapchatters are still on it.
right, because they're used to it. Also, remember there's different levels to Snapchat. There's a public face and a private face. A lot of the kids use it for the private communications between each other, you know, passing notes in class, that kind of thing. So they do it. Everything is done electronically, digitally now. So that core group loves it, and like Fran says, they age up into it and they continue to use it. So there you go. I remember almost 10 years ago there was oh, Snapchat is dead. Oh, it's not dead. It's just it's not for you. So it's a niche social media product. So it's still hanging around. All right, let's get this one out of the way. This since we were talking about the White House. The man in the White House has delayed the U.S. TikTok ban for another 90 days. He's kicked the can down the road. I said that. I think I said that this week, right?
You did.
Yeah. So
It's
just
like
another 90-day bloop, and that's all they're going to do is just bloop, bloop, bloop until they decide to drop.
Until they
Get your
forget
plate ready
about it.
because it's going to be plenty of tacos.
It's just going to drop. So the whole outrage and people running around, the sky is falling was for naught.
Okay, so he started that whole thing.
Yeah,
he was the one that started all of that.
Remember, there was some kind of rally way back when, and all the kids on Snapchat went and said, "Hey, let's go over there and sign up for all the tickets." Remember that? That's how it started. And he got mad, and he was like, "It needs to be banned." Yeah, it was something for the campaign, and so he never forgot it. So here we are. So he's kicking the can down the road again, another 90 days. The TikTok put out a statement. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Blah 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 blah. The same rigmarole. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Another 90 days. Nothing will happen. All right, so let's move on to Meta because Meta has done a lot this week.
Okay.
Now this one, I went on Facebook and I usually go on. I see group messages from Mari Smith. She's like the Facebook marketing lady over there. So that popped up and they were like, oh, videos are now reels. All videos are reels.
Yep.
Every single one. So that was the complaint. Like, why am I? Because I even saw a message on my page was like, oh, your reels. I was like, I didn't upload a reel. It's because the video is on the page that they consider that a reel. So let's get into it. So Facebook announced that all videos on its platform will be shared as reels. Every video, whether it's 9:16 or 16 by 9, it goes into the reel. Goes into the reels. All right, so they're saying that all videos on the platform will soon be shared as reels regardless of their length or orientation. So they're also renaming the video tab on the platform to the Reels tab. And they're saying that users don't have to choose between uploading a video or a reel, as it will automatically be shared as a reel. Reels on Facebook won't be bound by length or format restrictions.
Oh, okay.
So currently reels are only 90 seconds long, but now a reel will be whatever.
Oh, a video is a video is a video.
Yeah, they're not all videos are being moved to reels. They did this for Instagram. Remember, Instagram used to have a separate app for video, and then they started putting video and reels. Now everything goes into the reels category. So they're doing it for Facebook. So they're saying that, let's see. Oh, here, I got a quote. In the coming months, all videos on Facebook will be shared as reels, eliminating the need to choose between uploading a video or a reel. Reels on Facebook will also not have any length or format restrictions. So they're saying that live content will still fall in its own category with its own separate capture and upload system. And they're saying live videos will be displayed within the Reels feed. They won't be classified as Reels content. We understand that. So that means live videos still There's a live. If you have a Facebook page, there's a video tab and a live tab. So live will still go on the live, but they won't be classified as real content publicly. But Facebook considers all video reels now in the back. In their world. If you upload a video live or whatever, they're calling it a reel.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're saying they gradually roll out the changes globally over the coming months. So you'll see that. But I went into Facebook and saw the post where people were like, what is this? I didn't make a reel. My video is in the reel. Also, the landscape video is there with the black squares on top and bottom. What do? So you're going to have to make, if yours is a landscape and they made it a reel, you can go in and make a thumbnail, a cover image, and you can make it something else besides that video with the black bars at the top and the bottom. You can make, an image and have that be when people go to the page, they see that. But when they click on it, it's going to go into the video as a reel with the black bars on the top and the bottom. Everybody's not happy with this. So, but when does Meta do things? Meta does things they want. So it's like live with it or move on.
And I think if everybody is following everybody like they normally do, when this happens, what's going to happen to YouTube Shorts?
What do you mean YouTube?
Because the shorts are separate. YouTube just separated their, your long form and your shorts are two separate things.
Right, because there's a short shelf on your channel.
Correct. But now if they're gonna follow whatever Meta is doing, then now when you upload a video on YouTube, it's all gonna be
honestly, I don't think YouTube is gonna do that because they're trying to do something with shorts. Like it's a branded thing, like they're trying to do. Like I think YouTube has a better grasp on video than people might want to watch the long form video, and they're keeping shorts at 90 seconds. I think it's
right. And something I looked at on shorts, there was a young man. He says if you put shorts on your long form video, like on your regular channel, it brings the numbers down on your regular channel. Your view count, it decreases. But the shorts, so if you're going to do it, you probably just need to have a shorts channel.
Right, because YouTube is trying to do a TikTok view thing versus a Netflix view. That's probably why, because they're not going to mix it all into one. They understand a shorts viewer is not a long form viewer. Those are two viewers.
Correct.
Those are two different people. So they know that. Meta is like, we don't care. Every video is a reel. We don't care. So, but I think YouTube is trying to make the YouTube shorts a thing, like a TikTok view or feed. Right. And, they understand that there are people that will not watch shorts because they don't like it. So, but Meta is like, they don't care. Meta doesn't care. Zuckerberg doesn't care what you want. They can do what they want to do. All right. So now back with Meta, they have added new AI ad tools. Now they have added a new AI video generation tool, which will enable advertisers to convert multiple images into a video clip. The video clip will be animated and will include text overlays and music. So this is a way for businesses, and especially businesses who want to run a video ad, which, video is a thing. Everybody wants a video, but I don't want to make a video, or I don't know how, or whatever. So Meta says, I got you. Just take images, upload those, and we'll do the rest. We'll AI it. That's what we said this week. We were going to call it AI. Google it. Ain't there AI in it?
And that's a BizChicks term. You heard it the week of June 20th.
Yeah.
The week of June 20th.
So the thing about this is that it's for ad tools now, but they'll make this for anybody. You want to make a video, they're going to do that. But I think if they do it for regular people, it's going to be behind a pay, like a paid tier. Because it takes a lot to generate video, to run video, to have AI do video. So I don't see them giving that to regular Facebook users for free. They might say, hey, you want to make video? Because again, they're pushing everything in the reels. So a lot of people don't like reels or making reels. They're saying, don't worry about it. I got you. Upload some images. We do the rest, but it's going to cost you 99 cents or whatever price. Because see, right now they're doing it for ad tools because those people are spending money, and ad costs money. It's not free. So that's why they're doing it that way, my opinion. Because remember, we got Google VO coming out. Midjourney did a text to video thing this week. A lot of these AI tools are doing text to video, and we've seen it. The quality is there. It's getting better and better, looking like real people talking. Before it didn't. Before it was like, oh, that's an AI person. Now, getting fooled.
You have to question everything.
Yes, and that's what I said. You got a question. I'm like video. I don't care what it could be. AI, audio, somebody talking and saying something. They did it to Barack Obama. I don't care. I don't know if that person said that, because you can clone a voice. You can take a picture and make a picture. Have you seen those? It's popular now, the AI baby videos. They take movie scenes, reality TV show scenes. It's the actual people talking, but they take the voice, but they make AI. It's AI babies. They make the AI image of a baby, but they're saying the words of the movie or the TV show. People are loving it. And it's AI babies. They're not real babies. And you're familiar, because there's the one running around now with the Real Housewives of Atlanta scene from that everybody knows, because it's like an old scene, and people are like, oh, so it's like taking that content and putting a fresh face on it with the AI babies. Now everybody doesn't like the AI baby. I understand that, but what I'm saying is this is where content is going. It's going to faceless. It's going to, I don't have to put in a lot of effort to make a video. I don't have to set up a scene. I don't have to set up lights. I don't have to have a designer set. I don't even have to have the virtual reality set. I don't have to have a set at all. I could just go and say text to image, now text to video, and I got a video. And then people are going, well, yeah, that's the AI baby. That's one of them. I haven't seen that. Let's play this one.
And I took it outside because I wanted to watch the game. Okay. Later that night, it's time to go to bed. We're in the bedroom. And instead of just telling me to go get the TV, here we go. She goes, is the TV still outside? Is it in here? Do you see it in here? I go, just tell me. Just say the words. I go, go get the TV. Can you say go get the TV? And then she goes, is it going to stay out there? I go, oh, my God, just tell me to go get it. Tell me to go get it. And then you know what makes me even madder is now she's going to pretend like she's going to go get it. And then she started to walk like she was going to go get it, and the man in me wouldn't let her. I go, no. And then I got the TV, and I go, wait a minute. Did she make me get the TV without telling me to go get the TV?
Is that looks like that is that a comedian? What's his name? Garcia? Garcia? I think that's what that is. I'm not sure. Yeah, what they do is they make the AI baby kind of look like the actor or the. I didn't see the comedian ones, but like I saw the Real Housewife one, and they made they put the outfit on. Like if she's wearing a blue shirt, they put the baby in a blue shirt, and the hairstyle, and then the AI baby. While the other person is talking, the AI baby will drink out of a bottle or do baby things, but people are loving it.
Right. And there are a lot of people telling you how to create the
Yes.
AI babies.
They're
There are
telling
a
you how
bunch
to
of
do the AI
YouTube
baby.
channels telling you how to create it.
Yes.
I will not be doing that.
Everybody wants to make the AI. They're making it out of everything, and unfortunately, they're taking audio that they don't have rights to, because
That part,
right, if that's
I was
the
wondering.
Garcia, you don't have rights to that. The Bravo Real Housewives is Bravo NBC. You don't have rights to do that. So there's a lot of things they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and who gonna stop them?
Well, it's not the FCC, since they don't have any staff. I don't know.
Right. But see, again, I feel this is a little fad, funny trend. It's gonna end. Like something before. Oh, they were doing the people in the packs. They were doing the action figure.
the action figure.
Yeah, they were everywhere. Now they're not so much. So it's gonna burn out. It'll burn out. This one will burn out, but it'll be another AI something, because you can text the video, text the image. And people are taking audio, and like you said, we got the tools. Was it DID? One of the tools you showed us that you just
DID.
Yeah, you take the image, it makes it move. It puts the video. You can make a song. You can go there's text to song. There's all kind of things.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, what's happening now is that content is going to be made easily, but it's going to cost. It's going to cost. The Google VO3 is, I think it's $250 or something.
Now they have 3 different levels. You can get the free version. You do not get VO3.
Okay.
They have the mid version, which is $20 for right now. They let you try it out for a little while, and it's $20. And you can only use, I think you get to generate 3 images a day. So
yeah.
And then if you pay the $249, which
you
is the premium part of it, then you just have access to it.
Okay. And see, this is the thing. Some people are paying the $249, and some people doing the free, but they're making the content. So now Meta is doing this, but they're doing it for ads. Like if a business wants to make ads, and also this is not like available to everybody. It's in testing with select brand partners. That means, they've gotten a few brands and they say, hey, here's this new tool, go play with it and let's see.
Right.
So, but I see if this works for Meta, they'll offer it to everybody.
Right.
And, but it won't be free, because a lot of these things cost a lot of money. We talked about that too, about what did we talk about? One of the places in Mississippi, I think, that they're what was it? That is doing something to the environment and using water and all.
Yeah. Because they're not handling the pollutants or whatever.
Right. The environmental, the power of it, it takes a lot of water. There's a lot of things going. It's very expensive. So a lot of these things are free. Like Fran said, like the free tier, you get 1 or 2. But to get the, I want to make a whole bunch, then you got to pay the $249. So everybody's doing the tier pricing, but Meta's doing that for ads, to let brands make ads. And they're also testing a video highlights option, which will enable users to skip through your videos to the most relevant segments based on AI detection. So each video will have a few short phrases or words extracted by AI, along with thumbnails of the key scenes, in order to reflect the value proposition of the brand or product being sold. That was a quote from Meta. So they're doing that, where you can also include your brand logo and generate content. So they're doing a lot of tools. Excuse me. They're doing a lot of tools, and it's all AI detection things. Okay, so they're doing a lot of stuff. So Meta's coming up with all of that. Again, it's not going to be free. I don't see it being free because of the cost, and then Meta's trying to get a subscription thing going.
They're probably, that's where you have the blue check or whatever. If you have that, or if you subscribe to that,
they'll probably give you something. Yeah. So what I'm saying, they're trying to get into the subscription area. Meta, Facebook, and they know they have to do it a certain way. So they're doing it with AI, because all of the other places that are doing AI stuff and then charging.
Everybody charges for AI. If you want to do the wonderful things that you saw AI can do and you heard about, you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah. So Meta's trying to get into that. Yeah.
Right. Midjourney, in order to do some stuff that because it seems like their imagery is a lot more further along, what the images.
Yeah, they're models.
And now it's video. Before
so
was just images.
Right, it was just imagery, and now they're getting into video. So, and that's going to be another layered cost. And like Fran said, this is, there's free tools, but they're not going to do the wonderful things that you see. Because it's like, hey, you can do that. You pay this tier, that tier, that tier, and you get different things depending on what you pay for. And again, it's not, it's not like I think is it Abu Dhabi that gave all of their citizens Chat GPT.
Oh, today.
Yeah, they did.
Plus. The plus.
The plus.
The one that costs $20 a month.
Yeah, they gave it everybody.
If you're a citizen,
I think they gave it to everybody all the citizens.
Yeah, you're a citizen, you get it. The paid one, not the free.
Mm-hmm. Well, they send all their people to university too.
Yeah. So so we're not there. We're here, so you got to pay the $20. All right, so one more from Meta. This is Instagram. Instagram is testing a repost feature, the ability for users to repost posts. This was something that they're trying to do because they're trying to get around. People are doing workarounds and third-party apps to repost content without the attribution of this is not my post, this is somebody else's. They can screenshot things, and then post it as theirs when it's not there. So Instagram has said, okay, we're going to give you a repost feature, since that seems to be something that a lot of people like. And they do it because they're not making their own content, or they don't want to make their own content, or they want to steal somebody's content. Whatever the reason is, they're lazy and they're not making their own content. So Instagram is going to test that.
This is what people were doing with Twitter for a long time, because there were a lot of people that I would follow, and all they were doing was repost. I'm like, do you have something on your mind to say? No.
Right. And it's not really easy to do on Instagram. Like I said, there's screenshot workaround. There was some third-party apps that let you do it, but it really was against the terms of service. Like Instagram really don't want you to do that. So now they're saying, since you guys are, and also they're getting complaints from the content owner of the piece, the content, saying somebody stole and they didn't attribute it to me. So Instagram is saying, okay, if we do a repost, which probably is just a button that says repost or whatever, and then however they do it, but it will say, this is from this account,
another channel.
So people can at least go back to the originator.
Yes, they can at least have a connection back to the original, because the person reposting it's a lot of Instagram accounts that are just, they're just selling things, they're doing affiliates, or they're just resharing memes and stuff, trying to build up the numbers for influencer things. So they don't really care. They just want to repost. So Instagram is saying, okay, well, let's do this right, since you guys want to do it. So, and that's a test. They're testing it. So hopefully that'll be something that they can make work, because that's one of the arguments. All right. So, and the last one I have is back to YouTube. This has been reported this week that Google is adding the VO3 video generator to YouTube Shorts. Now, this came out because this week they had the Cannes Lions Film Festival. They had that whole thing this week. So they're saying that the CEO said at a keynote that Google will integrate the VO3 video generation tool into YouTube Shorts later this summer. And that was reported. I think this was TechCrunch, because they had people there. So they did it. It's not an official announcement, but the CEO said that this is what they want to do. So they're saying that He says that the possibilities with AI are limitless. He went on to say that anyone with a story to share can turn their dream into a career, and anyone with a voice can bring people together and change the world thanks to cutting-edge AI technology. So this ties into what I said earlier, that about content. Meta wants, if it's easy to make content, and I'm glad we talked about the Starlink thing, because you see how easy it was to get the Starlink. Because you think, because you hear Starlink in the news and the satellite, you think it's difficult. Like Fran said, it used to have the big satellite in the back, and it sounds technical. But when she showed us, what was it? People would just plug 1 plug, 2 plug, 3 plug, hold it up, get the app, you're done. See? So now people want, and this is what Meta and YouTube and all the others, easy to make content, because the more content you make, the more people stay on the app, the more money they make because they're serving ads. That's all they care about. Mm-hmm. Keeping you on, keeping users on, because you see an ad, they make money from the ad. And if AI is here to make it easy for the content creator to make content, they're going to do it. That's why Meta has the AI tool that all you do is upload your brand images. We'll make the video for you. YouTube is putting this VO3 in the shorts. All you got to do is type in what you want, and it's going to make that 60 seconds, 90 seconds short. We can do that because it's not 5 minutes. It's only 30 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever. See, but it makes the person that owns an account or owns a YouTube channel, it makes it easy to make content. And that's what these apps need. They need content. And they need people to watch the content, because that's how they get the advertisers to come in and spend the money. You got to follow where the money is. Whenever you look at a social media, I always say from social media app, oh, this new app, we don't do this, we don't do that, or we don't charge a subscription. I was like, well, how are you making money? That means you're going to have to do ads. And I believe there was an app, I forgot we talked about, and they said they're not going to do either. Like, where are they? They can't sustain it because there's no income, there's no revenue, because you're not charging people, or you're not charging the advertiser to show your product in front with an ad. See, it's one or the other. And to do that, they're going to use these AI tools. And I know there's another argument where people are angry about the AI slop, AI crap. They got all kind of little things that they're mad that people are making this subpar content. It's not about that anymore. It's about the eyeball. The app only cares about, can you keep people in YouTube? Can you keep people in Instagram? Can you keep watching and scrolling? Because we need people to stay in. I don't care how we don't care how it's done now. We're even going to give you the tools to help you do it. So that's what Meta's doing with their AI. Also, they're using the content in there to train their AI, because it has to come from somewhere. So here we are. This is where we are. Some people don't like it, and I'm like, well, from a business standpoint, it's going to make it real easy to make content. Consumable content. It doesn't have to be the Mona Lisa or War and Peace. It just has to be content that's going to get the audience connected to you and staying in the app and following you. That's all they care about. And once you do that as a business, you get rewarded. You get rewarded. They show your content to more people. They show your content to new people. And as a business, that's what you want. You want fresh eyeballs, because that person might buy from you. It's really simple. So this whole argument about the AI slop, and I see all these articles that write AI slop, AI slop. I'm like, you guys, a business doesn't care how we make the content. It makes it easier, because I got business things to do. I can't spend a week on a blog post or a week on a video. I need a video. And if AI is going to do it good enough or well enough to attract my audience, that's all I care about. I want to attract my audience. So these reporters and journalists are writing this crazy stuff about AI. I'm like, yeah, well, they just want clicks. So
right. And AI can help you too do your job better and faster. talking about the people who are complaining about it being slop or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's just like when the calculator came along. Am I going to sit up here and do calculus on an abacus and do all that, or I'm going to pull the calculator?
Exactly.
Use the tools.
It's about
use
saving
the tools
time.
Yes,
And if you're a
use the
business
tools.
owner, you want to save time. You got
Save
things
you
to do.
time, save you resources, use the tools. Now you need to go learn how to use the tools.
Yes. Yes, you do need to learn. But once you get the system of learning, especially how to get it to talk like you or sound like you or look like you or whatever, all from there is plug and play. And there's nothing wrong with that because we're getting used to the AI of it all. AI is getting better.
Yes,
so AI it.
Yes,
Go AI
it. We're going to AI it. So, you know, I sit back and the people that are saying this, I'm like, okay, well, they laughed at the iPad.
And you're the ones that don't get your paper turned in on time.
Okay.
But remember that when Apple said they were gonna make this iPad, and there were all the journalists made all these jokes. Oh, it's not going to work. Really?
And speaking of which, they are making they're making some tweaks to the iPad where you can now use your iPad instead of a computer.
Yep. Yeah. So much for a failure product. Oh, they laughed. I remember that. I always sit back and watch it. The people that laugh and make fun of stuff. Okay. They made fun of Google Plus. It's not here anymore, but we're doing Google Plus things.
Right. And Google Plus could have still been doing Google Plus if they
but Google has they got a thing about dropping things too early. But that's how they do
it. And then they try and pick it back up.
Yes.
After Meta did the Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden Google, let's dust that off and bring it back.
Yeah, Google, that's their problem. They drop things too easy. They're at the forefront, but they drop it real easy. So yeah. Well,
I don't know. Anyway.
And that's it for social media news this week. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, now, you can become a part of the BizChicks community. You know that? All you got to do is text Biz to 33777 or go to bizchicks.net. We are currently updating and doing some things in our Substack, and we're looking for contributors. So you got an article or something you want to share? Let us know so we can share that with the other BizChicks in the community, because at BizChicks, we are all about helping you take the hassle out of your hustle. We want you to build a profitable business that's fun to run. And if we got some tools and things that we can help you do that with, that's why we're here. TJ is always here on Tuesdays. She helps us with our social media marketing, our digital marketing, anything online, you can find her. TerryJohnsonOnline.com/info. You can find Terralina and I right here at BizChicks. And we just want, like we said, help you take the hassle out of your hustle. So with that, Brittany, take it away.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.